Hello and welcome to another edition of WTF Just Happened Today, your essential guide to making the news make sense. It's Tuesday, January 27th, 2026, and I'm Matt Kieser. Today's edition was written and edited by me, and this audio article was narrated using a text-to-speech clone of my voice. Same stories, just rewritten for audio. And as a reminder, this is a working prototype, so if something sounds off, please let me know at wtfjht.com/feedback. First up, Trump said he would be watching over an honest investigation into the killing of Alex Pretti by federal agents in Minneapolis. But Trump also blamed Pretti for carrying a gun he was legally permitted to have, saying, "You can't walk in with guns. You can't do that." Minneapolis police, however, said Pretti had a valid permit to open carry, and even the NRA called the idea that officers could be legally justified in shooting an armed citizen dangerous and wrong, urging a full investigation instead of demonizing law-abiding citizens. Meanwhile, since July, the Trump administration publicly declared 16 Department of Homeland Security shooting incidents justified, even before investigations were completed. In at least 4 cases, prosecutors dropped charges or judges dismissed them after video or witness evidence contradicted DHS claims that those shot had attacked officers. No ICE, Border Patrol, or Homeland Security Investigations officer faced criminal charges or disciplinary action. Next, House Democrats threatened to begin impeachment proceedings against Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem if Trump doesn't fire her. Democrats said Noem spread false or unsupported claims about the shooting, including that Pretti was brandishing a weapon and violently resisted officers, claims they argued were contradicted by bystander video. Republicans Senators Tom Tillis and Lisa Murkowski also called for Noem to resign. After meeting with Noem and Corey Lewandowski for nearly 2 hours in the Oval Office, Trump said Noem was doing a very good job and rejected calls for her to step down. In other news, Stephen Miller reportedly directed Kristi Noem to publicly claim that Alex Pretti wanted to massacre immigration agents after he was shot and killed. The statement was rushed out under Miller's guidance after reports that Pretti had a gun, despite limited information from the officers involved. Video later contradicted parts of that narrative, and after the statement, Miller called Pretti an assassin on X, which J.D. Vance then amplified. In court news, U.S. District Judge Patrick Schultz ordered acting ICE Director Todd Lyons to appear in court Friday and warned he could be held in contempt for repeatedly failing to comply with court orders. Schultz said ICE ignored or delayed bond hearings and release orders for detained immigrants, writing that the court's patience is at an end. Next, new census numbers said U.S. population growth fell to 0.5% in 2025, down from nearly 1% in 2024. The population grew by 1.8 million in 2025, the slowest rate of growth since the COVID-19 pandemic. Net international migration dropped to about 1.3 million from roughly 2.7 million a year earlier, and the Census Bureau projected net immigration could fall to about 321,000 by mid-2026 if current trends continue. Finally, U.S. consumer confidence fell in January to its lowest level since 2014. The Conference Board said its index dropped 9.7 points to 84.5, and a separate expectations index fell 9.5 points to 65.1, well below the recession warning threshold of 80 and the 12th straight month under that level. That's all for now. You can find the full edition and all the cited sources at wtfjht.com. And if you have a minute, help me improve this. wtfjht.com/feedback. Thanks for listening. I'm Matt Kieser, and I'm glad you're here.